Alright, Wagwan everybody, it's your boy Mr. H. Today we're going to solve some trig problems, and here I have a question: cos of x plus root 3 is equal to negative cos of x. So the first step is just simplify and make cosine the subject of the formula, or isolate for cos. So here I'm going to move the negative cos on that side, move the root 3 on the other side, become cos of x plus cos of x is going to be equal to positive root 3, and then this will become 2 cos of x is equal to root 3, and then cos of x is equal to root 3 over 2. Okay, so now we have the question so far here. Now let's just say they asked in part B, find the values of x if the x is between 0 less than equal to x less than equal to 360. Okay, or if you want in terms of pi or radians, it would be 0 less than equal to x less than equal to 2 pi. Okay, so the first step is we have to know what a trig circle is. That's the easiest way to do it. You can solve it with a calculator, but that will only give you one of the answers. Usually these types of questions have two answers because a full trig circle is required. As you know, a cosine function oscillates just like a sine function. So on any value of y, you will have two values of x. Okay, so the first thing is, if I were to, I'm just going to show you what the trig circle looks like. This is just quarter of it, and this is what I use to simply solve my questions if I have any simple trigonometric equations. Now, the way this works is the coordinates here, they represent cos comma sine. Okay, so that means if I have cos of pi by 3, that will be equal to 1 over 2, the x coordinate. Okay, if I have, let's say I have sine of 45, that will be root 2 over 2. It doesn't matter because at 45, both cos and sine are equal. Now you might be wondering, oh, how do I find tan? Well, we know that tan is equal to sine over cos. Therefore, whatever value you have, let's say I have tan of 60, I need to find that out. You just use a value of sine in there, which would be, sine would be root 3 over 2 divided by 1 over 2. So root 3 over 2 divided by 1 over 2, and the half and half cancel, and you're left with root 3. So this is just a simple way of solving your basic trigonometric equations in the most basic angles as well, which is 0, 35, 45, and 60. Okay, so now this asks between 0 all the way to 360 degrees. Okay, so now first of all we have to know where is cos of x root 3 over 2. Okay, or so we know that cos of x is root 3 over 2 over here, and that will be the angle of 30. So one of the possible angles is x is equal to 30 degrees. Now the other solution which we need is, now you know that here this fraction is positive. Okay, so because this fraction is positive, we know by the chart that you can say cast, or I like to use add sugar to coffee, that cosine is positive in the first quadrant and in the fourth quadrant. Okay, so because cosine is positive in the first and the fourth quadrant, here we have an angle of 30. Let me just draw it a bit better. So here we have an angle of 30 degrees. So therefore, from the x-axis again, you draw an angle of 30 degrees. Okay, now the key point is you always start counting your degrees from the positive x-axis. Okay, this isn't like using a compass, or if you have other directional where we use a north axis to find the angles, we will always use the positive side of the x-axis. Okay, so we'll be using this. So you start from here. First angle, the first one we hit was 30, which we already wrote down over here, and then you keep going all the way until you hit the other line. Okay, so this will complete almost a full circle. Now, as you know, a full circle is 360 degrees. Okay, so that means what would this value of cos be? It would be 360 minus 30, which would be equal to 330 degrees. So I can say my other answer for cos of x is equal to root 3 over 2, x can also be 330 degrees. And both of these are within the values which were given to us, 0 less than x less than 360. I hope this made sense. If you all have any other questions, please leave them down below in the comments, and I'll be explaining some other stuff about trigs and how trig circle and how the trig circle works, and we'll just increase our difficulty from here on out. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.